Hey guys, today we're looking at the Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay. This was an older game, kind of, again, a rare kind of licensed game, not exactly based on the events of the movie itself, but kind of like a prequel or an in-between kind of game. And what's really cool is that one of these very immersive games where it's like a first-person game for most of the part, but a lot of it is not really necessary. There are some, of course, scenes where you get FPS, but a lot of the time you are sneaking around and stabbing people and using a lot of stealth. And so that kind of game is very kind of different to what you'd expect an FPS game to be. You'd think it'd be third person, but no. So another really cool thing about this is I love the environments, I love the shadows and the design of everything. And so Riddick basically has to, he's in prison and he basically has to escape from this facility. And so the main weapon you're going to use for most of the game is basically your prison shiv, and you're basically going to use that to assassinate guys, stab other guys, etc. and so on. Also, you have an indicator to tell when you are fully concealed in the shadows. And just like the movie, Riddick basically strikes from the shadows. And so a lot of it is based on getting into darkness and being able to assassinate whoever. And the game, builds up to you going up against the warden and the controller of the system. There's definitely a lot of really cool things in here. Also, Assault on Dark Athena has a more kind of FPS combat focus and, fighting with the cyborgs and stuff like that. But again, I really, really like this game. It's just a very unique feel and vibe, and it is very fun to play. Also, stealth games and good stealth games are rare in general, so I really do, again, appreciate, what this game is. It's also cool without your goggles. Riddick is very prone to, light. And so he kind of uses that, again, to see in the dark naturally. And so, yeah, there are some moments in Dark Athena where it's more, combat based, where you get a rifle and you go toe to toe with, a bunch of cyborgs and, all these weird sci-fi technology things. While Escape from Butcher Bay is definitely more stealth focused, even though they both are stealth games overall. Another thing that you end up also doing is you can also grab bodies and basically drag them and hide them, which is a very common strategy you'll use. Also, this is the first game I think where I really was very aware and noticed the ragdoll effects. I think they really much amused me as to how silly they looked and how they actually did work into the gameplay, where you were able to send things into areas that you needed them to be hidden. And so, yeah, this game is divided into, assassinating the different prisoners in the facility and also assassinating the guards and other guys. And again, you have very low health in this game, so really you want to avoid hand-to-hand combat. It's not a game that tells you should, it's that you really should, because there's no other way to really go about it. And also, you can't use weapons most of the time because that will, sound the alarm and stuff like that. If I had to choose between Butcher Bay or Assault on Dark Athena, I guess I would choose Dark Athena, just because it has a darker theme. There's just more stealth sections and just feels more built out than Escape from Butcher Bay. It's just a really fun game. But yeah, for having a licensed game based on a large Hollywood franchise, this really isn't too bad. It could definitely be worse, and for a game of this type, it also is very distinct. I hope we get a sequel or maybe even a remake or a remaster of these games, because honestly, even just as they are, they're still very good games, and honestly, they look amazing even today. So these are two very, very good games, and I like them a lot. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it I want to say for this game. I will see you guys later. One thing I do really like about the Riddick games is, again, it really prioritizes stealth, but you do get a pretty decent set of weapons, a pretty good arsenal, and by the end of the game, you will be using a lot of those weapons. I just love how they do the shadows, the darkness in these games. It feels very advanced, and the other thing, too, that I really like about it is... of course, the voice talent it sounds like Vin Diesel. I'm not sure if he actually voice acted in this. It might not surprise me if it was really him, because it sounds really, really good and really authentic. But what I love about this game too, that's very advanced for the time when it came out, is a very immersive interface in that there really is no HUD, very few things. You have your health bar at the top, but all of your ammo counters are displayed on the gun that you're holding, a very kind of in-game, style of information display that was, I would say, pretty advanced for the time. So this game did a lot of things ahead of the time, and it's still, again, like very good. It should use a remake or a remaster. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about it. See ya.